Hello people, welcome to your own channel Techies Chat. In today's video, we will be discussing about the system refresh activity, which is one of the major things that is asked in the interviews apart from ECC to S4 HANA conversion. So I have a system here which is a test or dummy system. I will not be able to perform all the activities here, but whatever I can show that I will definitely show you. So let's start with the concept. This is a 31 slide PPT. This may take long, but I ensure you that majority of the interview questions that I have faced with my 60, 70 recent interviews, I will share this over here. Okay. So let's start with the understanding what is system refresh activity. System refresh activity means when the details or the data of our production system is restored into a development or quality system. This is majorly done for activities like testing activities or training activities or just to create a backup of the production system. Okay, so this is the major concept. Whenever when you are trying to refresh, it means production system ka data, when you are moving it to any other system, that activity is simply system refresh activity. यानी कि database refresh करना. It will only refresh the database, it will not change the things at the OS level. This is also important concept to understand. और टेक्स्ट सिस्टम रिफ्रेश में क्या क्या चेंज होगा, इसमें आपका यूजर मास्टर रिकॉर्ड चेंज होगा. हियर यू विल आल्सो चेंज, इट विल चेंज द फंक्शंस, द प्रोग्राम्स, द बैकग्राउंड रनिंग जॉब, all these things, the logical name of the system, everything of this will be getting changed. Okay, so this is end-to-end PPT preparation, covers concepts, language kept simple for quick revision. I will place it as a shared location if you request or demand for it. Okay, now system refresh is like copying the production data into non-production system. Okay, used to keep lower system updated with real data. Okay, then, why system refresh is done, as I've already told you, for testing, then replication, training, UAT validation is kind of testing, data consistency, and performance testing. Majorly for testing and training purpose or keeping a backup of the existing production system. Okay. Now there is a question, what is the difference between system refresh और client copy. Client copy में क्या होता है, you are creating a you are replicating a client with the details of an existing client. Okay, here in system refresh entire system is getting copied OS plus DB, while in client copy only the client data is getting copied, which is done via local client copy SCCL or remote client copy SCC9. Apart from export import, that video I will come up later with. Okay, now what are the times of system refresh? This is rarely asked because majority of the times it is like system copy is system refresh is done for homogeneous system only, like same database or same OS. If it comes with different OS or DB, that kind of becomes a migration project. Okay, heterogeneous like different DB or OS. Local refresh is same server, remote refresh is different server. I have not come across all these things, but just because I know it, I thought let's share this. Majority of the data refresh activities are based on homogeneous refresh activities. Okay, same database and OS. Tools used SWPM R3. This is based on these concepts. Okay, homogeneous, heterogeneous, everything. But for now, the system copy that we will be discussing is homogeneous system copy, system refresh activity. Sorry, system copy is a different thing. Here I am refreshing to system refresh. Homogeneous system copy में क्या होता है? You will use only like the source system, the target system, or do and maybe HANA Database Studio or HANA Cockpit or at a OS level just to do a backup and restore activity. These all things are used in other system reference activities like heterogeneous migration kind of thing. Okay, so you can ignore this as of now. This is not required. Just remember, you need a source system, you need a target system, and you need a mechanism to take backup and restore. It may be OS, it may be HANA Studio, it may be HANA Cockpit. So any of the three. Okay, now high level refresh steps. When you talk about the refresh activity, the majority of the things that they will ask is not about how the refresh activity is done. They will ask about pre-checks or maybe post checks, because this is what the important concept here is. ठीक है, तो रिफ्रेश एक्टिविटीज में पहले स्टेप्स क्या होता है, यू हैव टू डू प्लानिंग एंड अप्रूवल. दिस इज ऑब्वियसली technical team will not take part much into this. You just need approvals and all those things. Pre-check is your part. Backup and target backup and restore is majorly done by the backup team, the DB team, but depends organization, it differs organization to organization. DB कॉपी करना है फ्रॉम प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम, रिस्टोर करना है पोस्ट एक्टिविटीज करके हैंड ओवर देना है. ओके, सो इफ यू आर नॉट समवन हु इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंग्लिश or maybe Hindi, I'm trying to keep the language into both the ways so that everyone is supported. And this PPT is anyways in English and you have to prepare in English, so it's better we go with English. But just for understanding purpose, wherever I think I can make the things easy, I'll try. Okay. नेक्स्ट स्टेप इज प्री चेक्स. प्री चेक्स में क्या करते हैं? वी चेक्स दिस स्पेस, मेमोरी कैपेसिटी, ओएस, कर्नल, ट्रांसपोर्ट, बैकग्राउंड जॉब्स एक्सेट्रा. ठीक है. नाउ प्री चेक्स एक्टिविटीज एट द बेसिस लेवल आर द थिंग्स दैट यू आर सपोज टू डू. Okay, so let's do one thing. I have a system with me that I'm using for my training purpose. So basically, here you can do it. Here I will just log in. This is London 2024. Here I log in. Okay. What all screenshots I need? First, I will check the SM21 system log. I will check what all the system log is going on here, what type of directory is there. This screenshot I can take. This will basically be documented, but just to understand, this is the work. SM21 is a system log. Apart from this, I can take SM20. Sorry, backslash n st22 to check the errors, if any, runtime errors, if any. No short dumps. Okay, there is nothing. Then we can check SM66 to take all the work processes. These are the work processes. Basically, we have only one system here, one server here. Okay, one instance. So this is this screenshot we can take. Apart from this, we can take if there are any background running jobs, execute this. These are the background running jobs. You need to stop this running jobs. Apart from this, you need to take a user master record export, UMR export. Uh, this is sorry to be done with the transaction. SCC8 is the transaction code. Here you can select the target system. I will keep the target system as this only target system ECD. ठीक है, we will keep this only as a target system here. Okay, and then schedule as background immediately, and schedule job, continue. This I'll select, then I'll go in SM30 log is displayed in SCC3. Okay, let's check SCC3. Okay, that job is maybe not started yet. Let's see SM37 scheduled, execute. Client export. This is the active job. Duration, this is the job that is active. Okay, the job is running, we can take us. Apart from this, now we have to go to SE01. SE01 is basically to create a transport of copies request. Here this is a transport of copies, create request, transport of copies request. Here we have to the RFC desti RFC for system refresh example. Okay, this is done. Then we'll save it here. Now here we have to basically add a job. Okay, so what we are going to do, uh display, this is there. Okay, we'll just delete this. I just missed one thing here, so let's delete this. First we have to delete this job. Sub jobs will be delete first. I'm doing it purposely so you can see the errors here. Okay, see, when I delete this, it got deleted. Let me show you again. Here we will execute the transaction code, that is SE01, which is used to create a transport request, transport of copies. Here I've selected new, here I've selected transport of copies. I will explain the difference between this later. Here in short description, we have just typed example. Here I have saved it. Now I've clicked this. Here I have to basically add the things. For example, our this is the project, the program ID. Here the object I will have at tabu. Okay, then object name, for example, I have to take the export of RFC test. Okay, it's RFC test. Okay, this has got, now I've saved this one table. You can have multiple tables here. Okay, and here it is asking for header. It is asking because here we have not given the target. Here we'll give the target system. This is the same system at the OS level. This will create a copy. Okay, this is there, request check. Okay, yes. Now we will just go to the transport request and release this 900163. This is release started. Okay, requires update. So basically, this is the way transport request is basically created. Okay, starting tool. This is getting updated. Let's wait for this to happen in the background. Meanwhile, I will show you something that is called. We have to basically SMTP nodes. These are something I created for practicing in some another videos. So basically, this is the thing here. SMTP node settings. This are related to the Gmail configuration kind of thing. If anything is active there, inbound, outbound things, then you have to basically stop send jobs. You have to basically check this transaction codes. If there is anything running here, you have to take a screenshot of this. This is basically related to the email configuration, like sending emails, SCOT. You can check here, like outbound messages, inbound messages. Apart from this, there are certain SMQ1 transaction code is there, which is basically used to check number of entries displayed, number of queues. There are no queues. SMQ2 is there. Here also there are no queues. So this screenshot. Apart from this, there is a SPAD transaction code. Here you have to display the output devices. If there is anything scheduled here, then basically you have to delete or take actions accordingly. Okay, this screenshot you have to take. Apart from this, there is L license. Okay, S license. Okay, I'm just putting in the wrong spelling, it seems. So this is the S license that you have to check. This license is expired. This is validated. Refresh and check. This license thing you have to take a screenshot of. Apart from this, there is BD54 transaction code. Okay, you have to use BD54 transaction code. This is a cross client. Okay, this is the logical name of the system. Yes, you have to note it down. Okay, I think this are there is a list of around 20 to 25 things there. Majority of important things I think we have covered here. Then we have to check if there is any background job that is scheduled. Scheduled execute for today, or maybe we can take it for till the date 30 to 31st. Execute. If there is anything scheduled, these are scheduled. You can basically select all these jobs and delete them. Okay, and then you need to add this job manually, or basically you have to check how many of these are required or adjusted manually. So this thing is there. This also you have to check. Just
So
a second.
basically, in the SM37 transaction code, what we were trying to check was the active jobs, or if there are any jobs that will be scheduled during the refresh activities performed. So you have to stop and reschedule. Stop before the thing is done, like before the back refresh activity is done, and then the refresh activity ho jati hai, you will have to basically do it again. Okay. So this were some pre-checks here. The interview questions that are basically asked are what are the pre-checks. So basically they will ask you about the RFC connection. So the transport of copies thing that we created was for uh, RFC connections. For background jobs also, you can not directly create a request for the background jobs. So for there also you have to basically check in and identify the things, how the background jobs are to be scheduled and refreshed. The license thing also you have to adjust manually. I've showed you the BD 54 transaction code. Note down the logical name of the system. That is also a part of pre-check activity. Then at the database level, you have to identify that the production system will always have more data. more amount of data, more amount of space will be required to collaborate or include that data in the quality, so that DB check has to be done. That also you can do it at the OS level with the command df-h, or you can check in st02, or basically take support from the DB team and follow up the activities there. Once the data, this pre-checks are done, then basically this we have already discussed, SM59's pull request, check active jobs. This I've already showed. You can just take a screenshot of the screen if you find it useful or think that if anything is getting stuck there. And also you can anytime ask the question at the chat window, so that basically at the comment section, not at the chat window, since this is a YouTube link. So basically that can be done. You can ask and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. So these are the things there. These are the major questions that I've asked for it. You will also get a question like how are you planning to take the RFCs or bring back the RFCs after the refresh activity? The TOC is something that we have used. You check, like just as I showed like some time back, RFC DES is kind of RFC table that will store the details of the RFC that can be used. Then you will have to update the license thing after, like take a screenshot of the license thing before the update, and then work on it afterwards. So this also I've explained, BD5 for transaction code, SM59, this is post refresh. I think we will keep the thing, this video with the pre-refresh activity only. Post refresh I am planning to show you the transaction codes, remaining transaction codes. Currently the system is down. I'll try to work on it, like bring a video once the system is fine and working there. So basically, these are the things that are to be taken care very, very carefully before the data refresh activity. If you want, you can note down the pointers. Like you will have to check for the background running jobs. If there is any job that will be that you think will collide with the downtime frame, or after like system refresh during the system refresh activity, and immediately after that you can stop and reschedule. Take a export of the RFC connection, take a export of the user master record, take a screenshot of the SM37, ST02, SM22, SM21, sorry. Apart from this, you will have to check the spool request, the Scott request, along with the active instances, number of instances in transaction code SM66. Apart from this, you will have to check the licenses thing, check the what apart from this, the printing request, the Scott request, all those things are to be monitored, taken a screenshot. This again depends company to company. Many of their maybe don't take that many screenshots. The number of screenshots differ, the number of pre-checks differ, but majority of the things that are crucial, I think we have covered this in video. So, these are the things that are to be performed before the refresh activity is done. I will also try to add on a short video, which will, like this video has been a little long because I was trying to show majority of the things at the GUI level as well. But I will share a pointer list wherein you will get a transaction code on what all needs to be checked. So basically, in this video, we have covered all these things at the GUI level as well. Data refresh activity, we have seen what is means and the pre-checks. The actual execution, how it is done at a HANA database studio level, that I will show you. And I will also show you the post-check things. But for now, we are stopping at the slide number 18.